Shining.
Yes, indeed.
So every year in Food and Wine magazine we do a big al fresco feature of all the lovely foods that are handy to bring outside. I'm not sure.
Al fresco. Go on. What's that mean?
Yes, outdoors, eating outdoors, under the sun, under the stars, or your umbrella. Yeah. So this month we went to the KILLRUDERRY House and Gardens. It's not too far. It's just outside Dublin in Wicklow, and it's a stunning place. Huge grounds.
Yeah.
And it's open now from May until September every single day. Mm-hmm. So you can go in there. It's an admission fee for an adult, I think, is $7.50. Kids under 12, I think, are €2, and kids under 4, I think, are free. So not too much. Yeah. And you can bring your own picnic, because the whole thing is, sometimes when you're sent off to these places, you have to buy the food there or whatever. You can get a picnic there, or you can bring your own. And they have a lovely walled garden to enjoy it in. There's loads of stuff to do. So we headed to them a couple of months ago and got some good tips for some picnic foods.
Okay.
One of my favourite ones was this really, really easy recipe for mackerel pâté. Okay. So it's not really a pâté. I think it's a bit of a loose term, but basically it's smoked mackerel, and you hard boil some eggs, and you get your smoked mackerel and you flake it.
Okay, you can get that anywhere really.
Absolutely anywhere. You can get it in some of the German supermarkets too for a good price, and you just flake it and you boil a couple of eggs.
Flake it means just take it apart.
Get rid of all the bones and just have the meat left, and boil a couple of eggs, mix them together, some mayonnaise, some chives.
Okay. Slowly now, mayonnaise, chives. Okay. No.
So basically you've got a mixture. Basically you can pop that into your Tupperware and head off, get some good sourdough bread and spread that on top, and that's one picnic dish sorted.
Yeah, lovely.
Lamb skewers, anything that you can eat with your hand basically, and lamb is a lovely one, a little bit different to beef, and you can just add lots of kind of spices or herbs yourself. So it's just something that you would mix together with some lamb mince, maybe some cumin, some spices.
Spices now, you see, I hate when people say spices and are not specific. I need specifics. What does spices mean? Well, there's loads of spices out there.
There are, but I think
that's what they say, a little pinch of this. What does a pinch mean?
Literally a pinch.
Okay, well that's good. And then when you get a cupful, what is it? A mug or a cup?
I think with cooking, you gotta go with your instincts a little bit,
Okay, but if you've no instincts, you can't. So go on.
Well, I tend not to measure anything, so I kind of throw things in.
Well, there you go. Because you can actually do it, but you're.
It's everybody can do that. It's just.
Well, I like it's specific now.
We have very specific recipes in the magazine.
In the magazine. Yeah.
So this exact recipe is in this magazine that's out this month. So just as a tip, it's nice to have some lamb skewers and
lamb mince, cumin.
Cumin. You can add. Okay, you can add whatever spices that you have to, or what do you think when you think of lamb mince? Mint goes really well. You could add some mint.
Yeah.
You could add in some pine nuts.
Okay, yeah.
Cumin, salt, pepper. You could add some chili if you wanted. Garlic.
Yeah.
Anything really that you have to. Not anything, but
Not anything. Yeah, fair enough. So you mix all that together.
Mix all that and form into little kind of sausage shapes and stick on a skewer.
But how do you do you need an egg or something that it'll all stick together, or olive oil?
No, you don't. It all just binds together. The mince will bind together.
Okay.
And you can just put that on a skewer, and you can griddle it or you can barbecue it. So if you don't have the skewers, I sometimes like to make little lamb koftas. So they're just like that kind of sausage shape.
Yeah.
Kind of Middle Eastern inspired, and you could do the same thing. Pop them in your oven instead if you wanted on a tray. Very easy. For about 10 minutes until they're cooked. And then you could just pop them onto, the little baby gem lettuce leaves. Yeah. Maybe with some minted yogurt or sweet chili sauce.
Okay, they're all achievable things to buy now, yeah.
All things that you might have in your cupboard. So very, very easy. So that's a nice way to do it.
Okay.
Pastry is another great one for picnics. And pastry is super easy because you don't have to make your own pastry. You can buy good quality pastry now. Those sheets that you just roll out.
Yeah, I've seen them in the house now.
Okay. So you could go sweet or savoury for some pastry. I mean, we associate pastry probably and a picnic especially with sausage roll.
Yeah.
To have a picnic without a sausage roll.
There you go, yeah.
But you can. So instead you could get some pastry and for something sweet. You can get a nice sweet pastry and just roll it out. You don't have to make it yourself. Maybe some lemon curd, which you could either make or buy, and some raspberries on top. And then you could bake your pastry in the oven. And there's something, cut it into slices.
Yeah, give me those again, sorry. Lemon curd.
Sweet pastry, some lemon curd you can either buy or make yourself. And it's easier to buy it. And at the end, just top off with some nice raspberries that are in season at the moment. Okay. Asparagus is actually really handy as well, because if you think about asparagus, it's super easy to eat with your hand, and it's in season now. And
wrap it in Parma ham to get the taste of asparagus gone. No?
You could wrap it in Parma ham, but I actually really do. Lots of people really like asparagus. Yeah. And it's in season now, which
they're better people than me, those. Go on then.
Well, have you if you get asparagus is only in season for such a short amount of time in the summer. So obviously asparagus is on our shelves all year long, coming from all over the world. But really, it's best in the summer, and it tastes best in the summer. So maybe you should try it in the next couple of months and see if you find it different. Okay. But that can also be grilled or barbecued. Really, really simple finger food to bring in your picnic, and it's really nice with some garlic or lemon mayo.
Okay, and really a little bit of bite in it, not to cook it too much. Probably it's nice cold then, is it?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, not cook it too much. If you're cooking on the grill, maybe for about 6 minutes, or to be on the safe side, you could blanch it first in hot water. For blanch is another word that tends to throw some men off. It's just a minute in salt.
I heard blanching just didn't register.
Salt in boiling water for a minute and then take it off.
That's what it means. Okay.
Yes, just kind of like a parboil.
A minute. And now you see, should it be the water be boiling? I'm sorry, it's an important question. Or do you put it in? You know what I mean? If it is the water bubbling, then it's just a minute.
Then put it in, and then I would turn it down to a simmer.
Okay.
Yeah, things you tend to just bring to a boil and bring it down to a simmer. I think that's a good lesson anyway when it comes to cooking things like soup and stuff. What some people tend to do is leave things boiling too much, and actually it kills a lot of the flavour. Again, for something sweet, so
that's what I was going to ask you. The goodie. You've given me one thing with the pastry. We need a couple more.
Yeah, well, scones are lovely and handy to bring out to a picnic, but you don't necessarily want to be bringing cream out in the sun and leaving it out for a while. Yeah. So a good tip we got actually from Fallon and Byrne, which they have a second place out in Dundleary, and we did a picnic shoot with them last year. The chef there recommended, do you know the little bottles of orange blossom water you get? It's a little bit like rose water, and you get them in the baking section in your supermarkets. Okay. So you add just a few drops of that into your butter, with a bit of icing sugar, and then you have orange blossom flavoured butter, and it's lovely on scones.
That's a bit of class there now, isn't it?
But isn't that nice, because it's such a tiny little tip.
Orange blossom water. Butter.
Butter and a bit of icing sugar.